Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the Supreme Arena defenses I've come up with for this week, leading it off with the free-to-play set of teams. So free-to-play team 1 is going to be the Bonnie damage over time team with the Wingard spell for protection, with Siren and with Igor to stall them out and deal damage over time. It is an effective team comp, especially if you have Paragon upgrades into it, and you can run Nero rather than Siren. If for example you're going to use Siren in like a Gwyneth team, which we'll show in the mid-level of teams. If you still want to run a Bonnie damage of time comp, Nero can be in the same position as Siren, and it can be a very effective option. Moving on to team 2. This is going to be a Theodore Freeran comp, but we're going to have Iron to take the Lily May interruption of the enemy, Ravion buffing up your damage deals in the back, with the Vanguard spell on a magical source up front. And you're going to have extra protection onto your backline, your Lily May and Freeran. This can be a great option if you have Paragon upgrades into this team. If you're a bit of a long-term player, then yeah, you probably do have Paragon, and you can make good advantage of this team. Moving on to Team 3, this is going to be Pandora Shmira comp. Again, not one of the strongest teams out there, but if you have high Paragon upgrades into it, if you have nothing else to really work with, you can still do decently with it. We have Callan for protection, Nero additional life to Shmira. Pandora, I'm going to put her in the box and she's going to hit harder. And then we're running Breakthrough Spell just for more damage output. This Valor Shield is another consideration, but I think Breakthrough for more damage, that's what we're going with over here. But don't worry, if you have other heroes built, we're going to show you in the mid options some other great, basically, budget team comps you can run in PvP. That would be really good for you. So we'll lead it off for Team 1. Himmel does not fit in this map, so we're not going to run Himmel at all. Again, it is going to be a Theodore Freeran, but it's going to be with Celise as well, who a lot of mid-level players will have, or even a bit of PvP focus. Iron will take the enemy Lily May interruption again. We have the Phantomal up front with the Vanguard spell for magical damage boosting of the team, and Freeran's going to ult quickly into the match. Now, if you wanted to really boost this team, Alna is going to be a great ally you can run here. I would then run it like this, Alna and Freeran in the back, and have Theodore boosting up Celise, and basically as simple as that. This is a great team comp. It's even more effective. Alna protecting Freeran, great option. But like we said, you can also go for this version with Iron. It is still going to be a great option, and especially if you have Paragon upgrade into Iron. Okay, moving on to Team 2. Team 2 is going to be our contest, basically, stall team with Roland. Now, for players who have all the PvE Celestial Hypogeans built, you will have Roland, you will have Contest, you will have Twins. These three make up the key parts of a Contest stall team. Now, the other two pieces, it was really up to you. You don't even have to go for another Celestial Hypogean. You could definitely go for, and then just have Contest, you know, buffed up by Phantomal. You could definitely go for just whatever Paragon upgraded heroes you have. Lily May would be good, but we're already using Lily May. Celise would be good, but we're already using Celise. But basically, you can look through any hero that you have Paragon upgraded. Honestly, even if you wanted to go for Galahad here, it wouldn't even be the worst thing in the world. You can have Roland buffing out the Twins or something like that. Or you can even put the Roland on the Bond over here. But you kind of want to have Roland getting this protection of the map bonus. But basically, these are all going to be great options for you to consider. They're going to work out well for you. And basically, you just want to run in heroes that are supporters, or for in Galahad's case, some sort of damage, which does synergize with this, with her ultimate cycling. And then you're going to do very well. So yeah, but if you have Baelran and you have Rowan, this is a great, obviously, synergy. You have the potion from Rowan healing up Baelran, and then Roland, Twins, when they begin casting ultimate, it's a massive win condition for you. And Breakthrough Spell just for energy cycling, that is what we're going for here. And then finally, Team 3, there's going to be a Gwyneth team. Now, if you have Gunner Supreme Plus, you should run him. Even at Supreme Plus, he is going to be good for you. But if you don't, no problem, just run Hugin. Hugin is also going to be incredibly good. And in fact, you don't even have to go for Eevee here if you're going to run Hugin, because you already have the Light Bearers complete. And then you can just go for any other supporter buffer hero that you have decently Paragon upgraded. It will come down to whatever you have built up. It can even be Callan. Callan will be great, because he's going to provide more protection for the team. So that would be good. Ravion would be great, but we're already using Ravion on Team 1. But this is just to give you some ideas. But definitely, Eevee is a great hero, because she's going to be buffing your team. Wingard spell is great for the protection. But if you... And Gunner is great even at Supreme Plus. Probably worth using. And if, for example, you want to run Hugin and Siren, like rather than running Eevee if you have these guys Paragon upgraded. Then just go ahead and run it like this. Totally fine as well. Great option. Just a bunch of different options for you. Okay, so that's it for the mid teams. Before we move on to the pay-to-win teams, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated, so thank you all so much for your support. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the high level of teams next up. High level of teams, team 1 is going to be the Zora Athalia combo for players. Even if you have Supreme plus Athalia, it is worth considering running this. Definitely if you have Paragon upgraded Athalia and even Supreme plus Zoria, it's worth it. But Zoria needs to be at Supreme plus, okay? That is a key part of this comp, and of course Athalia needs to be built. Kallen is going to be protecting your Pandora. You can have maximum buffing onto the Athalia. You have shading for the debuffs and damage over time, and then you have Magic Surge spell, which is great damage output. You can also run Surging spell, but I prefer Magic Surge for the higher burst output. Very good team comp. Only using one Celestial Hypogean, but is very competitive at higher levels. Moving on to team 2. This is going to be our Orion team. So yes, Orion is actually making waves in PvP. He is one of the top tier carries in the game. Just kind of like right behind Gwyneth in my opinion. Orion comes next. That's how good he actually is. And this comp is insane. You're going to have Freewind buffing up your Orion. You have Valor Shield spell for Orion. You have more protection. Valor Shield spell onto Roland. You have the buffing from Eevee. You have the temporary buff of the Phantom onto Perseus. So basically right from the beginning, you're going to actually have you're going to have 2 temporary buffs onto Perseus from the Phantomal and the Roland. And you're going to have 2 temporary buffs onto Orion from the artifact as well as Roland's buff. And then eventually when the Phantom casts ultimate or Eevee splashes her buff over to Orion, he's going to get his 3rd temporary buff for maximum effectiveness. So that is going to be very great. Freewind also is going to come in with the damage threat, damage potential, and you're going to have great survivability thanks to the map effects. So this is going to be a very good team for high level. And then finally, moving on to Team 3, this is going to be, again, this team is really solid. It has incredible burst damage. If the enemy doesn't have a Dunlinger, if they don't bring Lily May or something, you're going to get that immediate ultimate off of your Phantomal. That is going to be providing a big haste buff and other stat buff. Then your Gwyneth is going to be nuking. You have Ravion to buff up your Gwyneth and Siren in the back. And this team isn't even using Gunner. So like if you have a Paragon 4 Hugin, but only Supreme plus Gunner, it'll probably be better off for you to run a team comp like this. And Wingard spell for that protection and attack buff as well. So very good team, really good budget option as well with heroes that you probably have been building up and prioritizing, or you should do. Okay, finally we have the pay-to-win set of teams. I'm always experimenting with things, even in Guild Duel, but this is definitely going to be a good set for you. Vanguard spell onto Sulfira, all not protecting Sulfira, Freewind defensive magic onto Sulfira, Mihira and Siren combo, we're going to disable their artifact and then group them up in the back, and then Sulfira is going to go to town trying to kill them. Now, one of the key counters to Sulfira nowadays is Orion. But this map is pretty awkward for Orion, although of course you can run any comp in any map. It is a bit awkward for Orion, and also if you do disable their artifact like a Valor Shield spell and also group them up, you can potentially nuke them. You can nuke them before they have a chance to act, and that is a whole game plan. That's what we're going for. That's what you need to do, and then Freewind follow-up damage. Hopefully you can get the job done. But yeah, solid team. I mean, Sulfira is definitely good, and I have great success with her even in Guild Duel. However, it is also counterable, like by Orion, like we said. But that, yeah. Okay, moving on to Team 2. Team 2 is going to be our Roland Orion team, but with a twist. It is going to be using Agumon, and this is a different setup. You're going to have actually Orion as a rearmost so that he can get the Valor Shield spell artifact. And you're going to have Perseus as the frontmost, so he can also get the Valor Shield spell artifact and the tankiness. Agumon is going to temporary buff everyone in the back. Eevee is going to begin. Eevee jumps right here, which is actually, it has a chance of hitting 4 different targets. So this is not a bad spot for it to actually jump to. And Phantomal, of course, buffing up Orion, and Phantomal also protected is good. Eevee immediately jumps, so Orion can run right through, no problem, and reach up to Perseus, and Perseus is going to provide that attack buff. And Agumon is going to be, basically, he's a buffer, but he's also another win condition if he can survive and get an ultimate, which he probably can, because, like, Perseus is going to be tanking, Orion's running up fast, Roland's, like, buffing and healing, so, like, Agumon is actually pretty well protected, even though it doesn't necessarily appear that way. Okay, so that's a good team 2. And then finally, we have team 3. This is going to be Gunner Gwyneth with Alicet. So basically, to explain the team comp, Wingard as well for that protection and attack buff, Alicet for another life and, that wings for and bonus penetration for the Gwyneth. Gunner buffing out Gwyneth, Fandom buffing Gwyneth, Dunlinger in the back. We just want Dunlinger, Bell, and Gwyneth for more buffs, and basically we want him in the back so he's not going to be taking aggro. You want Dunlinger to live as long as possible so you can have that ultimate denial, and then Coolidge just off to the side over here. She's going to put up the wall. So effective team comp, these are all 3 very strong, solid pay-to-win teams. Of course, there are ways to counter every team in AFK Journey, and recently there has been a little bit of testing I'm doing even for Supreme League and in Guild Duel. I haven't tested it yet. I'm going to try it in the following Guild Duel and Supreme League based on how that goes, and maybe there will be new interesting teams to potentially run for pay-to-win Supreme Arena. But for right now, these teams are definitely solid. You can definitely get, 3 out of 3 wins. Assuming you get decent enough matchups as well. So anyway guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If there's any other teams you would like to share, you can feel free to share them in the comment section. As for the charms on these heroes, I did make a video about all the best PvP charms in AFK Journey right now. You guys can check that video out. It goes through every single hero that you've seen in this video basically, and talking about their top charm option. So thanks for watching guys, that's gonna be it for this video. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then everyone, peace out for now.